Good morning, viewers. Welcome to Consumer Shorthand classes. Today, the chapter is Suffixes and Terminations. I have already made the video number 61 in Telugu version on this chapter. If you want to see that video in Telugu version, you may refer the video 61. In the previous video, we learned about prefixes and now suffixes. What is the meaning of suffixes? The suffixes means, as per the dictionary, a letter or a group of letters added at the end of a word to make a new word. It is called suffixes. Terminations, both are the same. Now, let us discuss about some suffixes. For example, ing is there. Ing. We use this ing as a suffix in many words. For example, pay ing, come ing, go ing, like that. And another thing is there, ality. Next, logical, theological, psychological, like that. Like that. Meant, sentiment, improvement, sentiment, like that. Mental, sentimental, sentimentally, sentimentality, like that. Lee, friend, lee, openly, like that. Friendship, citizenship, like that. Suffixes are there. Now let us start learning about ing. Now you see the chapter suffixes and terminations. The stroke ing is generally employed in the representation of ing, where this stroke cannot be written, or where, if written, an awkward joining would result, a light dot is used to represent the suffix ing. That is the thing we have to know. Generally, ing is written for this ing. Sometimes we can't write this stroke. If we write that, some awkward outline will come. Then instead of writing this ing, we can place a dot vowel. Like in the prefix, we have placed dot vowel at the beginning for the representation of kan. Like that. Here for the representation of ing, we can place the light dot at the end of the word. You see, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 examples are there. Number 1, the dot ing is written A after light straight downstrokes. After light straight downstrokes and downward R, like this. Paying, paying, light straight downstroke. Number 1, light. Number 2, straight. Number 3, down. So, paying, tying, etching, hoeing, and spluttering, and also and downward R. So, hearing, 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 like this. This is number 1 point to be observed. And number B, after circularness, you see the prancing, circularness. Next, after K and gay, hooked for FRV, coughing. And after an upper stroke, finally hooked, waning. Okay? In these words, the dot vowel is to be placed at the end instead of the stroke ing. Next, C. After a half length or a double length stroke where no angle would be obtained by the use of the stroking. You see, brooding is there. Brood is there. Brood. We can't write this ing here. If we write ing, correct angle will not come, and hence it is better to write this light dot at the end. Brooding, fidgeting, matting, fielding, muttering. Right? Next. Generally, after a contracted logogram, light dot is preferable instead of stroke ing. Remember, it is a grammar log. Remember ing, coming, thanking. But the stroke ing is employed in wish ing. Though it is a grammar log, we can put this ing. It is convenient there. Call ing, having, surprise ing. Right? We know about this ing. Next, the dotting cannot be used medially. And hence, the stroke ing is written in ingly. You see, admiring. Admiring, in admiring, we can put the dot vowel instead of ing. But admiringly, ing is coming in the middle. Then we have to write full stroke. Like that, deserving, we can write dot vowel, but deservingly, we have to write full stroke ing. Next, wherever ing would be represented by a dot, ings is indicated by a dash. Etchings, etchings. Singular number, plural number. Scrapings, plottings, windings, and arrangings. Okay. Next, ality, illity, arity, ority, lt, and similar terminations are expressed by designing the stroke immediately preceding the termination. Here you see formality. Here this ality, this is the termination ality, and m is preceding this ality. Then this m is designed to the previous outline. Formality. Like that, barbarity, this is ality. This b is preceding this termination, so it is to be designed to the barbarity. Here for r, ray is written for convenient, because if you write downstrokes, again to write downstroke, it will be somewhat difficulty, and hence instead of writing like this, it is written like this, barbarity. Right. Next, majority. This is arity. J is preceding this termination arity, and hence this J is designed to M, majority. Then it becomes majority. Next, logical. Logical and logically are expressed by a disjoined J. You see here, genealogical. This logical, for logical J is to be disjoined to genea. J-N, genea, logical, disjoined. Like that, mythological, J disjoined. Next, meant. What is the outline for meant? M-halved, N-hook. We can write sentiment, agreement like this. If it is not convenient to write this meant, M-halved, N-hook, we can write N-halved for the representation of the meant. For example, imprison, meant. Prefer, meant. Refine, meant. Mental, mentally, mentality. These things can be represented by disjoined M-halved and hook. For example, fundamental, fund, mental. If we design this hard and hook with the previous outline, it will be mental. Right, that instrumental. Ly Lee is expressed by L, joined or disjoined. Thus, chiefly, this chief to this chief L can be joined and written like this downward L. Friendly, here friend L is to be disjoined and to write L. Chiefly and friendly. But in some cases, like deeply and positively, we can write Pal instead of writing deep, instead of writing like this. Instead of writing like this, we can write deeply with L hook. As you have already learned in page number 49, that is initial hooks to straight strokes and curves. You see para number 71. In that, in order to obtain easier forms, the L hook is sometimes used in words in which the L properly belongs to the following syllable and not to the stroke to which it is attached, thus deeply, like this. This L is belonged to next syllable. Deep is a syllable, Li is a syllable. Though this L is belonged to another syllable, here it is written like this deeply. Like that, positively, well, positively. The ship is expressed by a joined or a disjoined ish. Example, friendship, citizenship, but scholarship here ish is disjoined and leadership ish is disjoined. Okay, next page number 134, fullness, lessness or lessness. First we learn about fullness. Fullness is expressed by disjoined F circles. Use fullness. F circles is designed to use, then it became use fullness. Like that, carefulness, gratefulness. Okay, next lessness or lessness. Heedlessness, hopelessness, schedulelessness. Next, ward, W-A-R-D, ward, W-A-R-T, wart, W-O-R-T, wart, Y-A-R-D, yard. These words are expressed by a half-sized W and way respectively, as in the words backward, stalwart and brickyard. Compound words. Compounds of here, there, where, etc. are written as follows. Herein, N is to be written, added. Hereon, N hook is to be added. Keep it in mind. For in, stroke N. For on, N hook. For this, at, stroke consonant T is to be added. Here for off, V is to be stroke consonant V is to be added, not F. And for with, stroke consonant Th is to be added. You see, herein, hereon, hereat, hereto, hereof, herewith. Like that, therein, thereon, thereat, thereto, thereof, therewith. Like that, wherein, whereon, whereat, whereto. For to, grammar log is there, to. That to is to be written. Now, phrases are there. I will tell you. You will be able to. You will be able to. We are able to. Very behaved. At the same time. At some time. For some time. This was. That was. According to thee. So you make practice of this entire lesson, and in the next video I will give dictation on this chapter and also on revisionary exercise number C.